Alright, kindly let me know if you can hear me, if you can see the screen. Let me know if I'm audible enough. Drop in the chat section and let me know. Okay, let me know we are live. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see my screen. Welcome to the Professional CV Writing Part 1. My name is Franklin, which virtually all of you joining me here know. I'm a HR. I'm a recruitment consultant, having consulted for over 5 years. 5 years is having consulted for over 5 years. My name is Franklin, like I said earlier. Let others know that we are live. Invite as many as possible. Share the link and join us live. Tonight I'm going to be exposing us to secrets of professional CV writing. I want each and every one of us to know that we are live. We are live, we are live. We are live. Share the link and invite your friends to join us. On my screen is a CV sample we are going to be working with this night. I purposely did not want the name to show and I purposely did not want the name to show and the address. Please let everyone know that we are live. If you are just joining, you are welcome. Drop your name where you are joining us from in the chat box. Kindly drop it in the chat box. Help me to tell others that we are live. We are live, we are live, we are live. Very, very, very important. We are live. Okay, I'm still waiting for some of us to join us. If you have a friend, if you have a relative, even your enemies, encourage them to be here this night. Like I said, I'm going to unveil secrets. And when I say secret, I mean secrets of professional CV writing. You can bet me on that. I can say that with full confidence. That you can bet me on. Full chest. So if you have your friends, if you have your relatives, if you have a friend, if you have a relative, if you have even your enemies, encourage them to be here this night. I guarantee you will be doing them a huge favor. You are not just coming to learn this as to write CV. Also, I'm going to be unveiling secret as the way you can make money from CV writing. the way you can make money from CV writing. You can see a CV right there on your screen. You can see that right there on your screen. The people pay me to structure a CV for them, that at the end of the day they feel very happy. They bring back their friends, at the same time their relatives, to also receive such service. You can do the same as well. You also can do same. All right, what is CV? I'm using this slight opportunity to wait for some of us. I'm seeing our chat. All right, someone says from Enugu, someone says from Ondo State, someone says from Lagos. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, okay. Now, CV writing is a very, very vital aspect in the job market. It's very, very important in the job market. And please let me say this, like each and every one of us receive as a criteria for being part of this webinar, or being part of me mentoring you and not teaching you for public sake, there is a separate group where the real mentorship goes on. Which those that are to be part of that mentorship are those that have promised me. I'm taking attendance this night. If you have joined, kindly drop in the chat box. Let me know when you are. Let me know where you are joining from. From there, I will be taking the attendance. Let me know. Give me a chat. Drop in the chat box. My name is this. I'm joining from so place. This will stand as my attendance to those that I'm going to mentor, to those that I'm going to guide, take them by hand, and then let them understand the secret, the professionalism in writing a CV that is human friendly and at the same time ATS optimized. Most job seekers, fresh job seekers, don't understand the power of AI. That this time, companies, especially multinationals, foreign organizations, some of us want to do remote jobs, want to secure remote jobs, and we use AI to prepare our CV from A to Z, and you think that, wow, company will just swallow it like that. No, there are softwares that dictate AI-oriented CV and then flag it red. If a CV is 70% AI, that CV will not pass ATS. Take that this night. If a CV is 70% AI, that CV will not pass ATS. All right, I'm seeing some, okay, from Kumasi, Ghana, then Favor from Ogun State, Jonathan from Ghana. Okay, now this will be serving as my attendance, because at the end of the day, like I said, you have to be 70% attendant to this course. Then you will be part of those who will be understanding the secret behind being a consultant, behind writing some of these job application, job search and academic search. It's not only CV we are going to be learning in this course. We are also going to, in the next 2 weeks, we are also going to understand how to write a cover letter. Powerful cover letter that will cut the eye of every recruiter. Example, some of us might start with, I wish to write for a position of so this I saw in the dailies, in the website and that. That is just the normal way most persons write. But in the 21st century, cover letter is you going against the norm that we will get to teach as we progress in this 2 weeks intensive course. Another thing you are going to learn in this course, not just CV writing, is how to write academic document like statement of purpose. If I'm to write statement of purpose for persons looking for academic masters in UK, in Canada, in US, in Europe, I charge not less than 25,000 naira. That was last year, not this year. This year I charge not less than 35,000. CV writing last year, I charged for core members, I charged them 5,000. For non-core members, I charged 10. But this year, I'm charging not less than 15,000 for CV writing. So why? Because I know my onion. And I want you to also understand the secret and how you can be able to leverage this skill, to leverage your knowledge, and then make passive money from it, not just writing CV for your job. This is not the main purpose for this course. The main purpose for this course is to unveil to my students, to those who are going to be part of this mentorship section, how to also make passive income as I'm making. Some of you that know me can testify to that, as I'm making as regards to CV writing. So let me repeat that. If you are still joining me, please, it is necessary, it is required you drop your name and where you are joining us from. All right, next let's delve in CV writing. What is CV? CV is curriculum vitae. This night I'm going to run overview. I'm going to explain different sections of CV. Then tomorrow, come with your laptop, come with your iPad, come with your tab, whether your phone. We are going to go fully tomorrow, practically, how to start from beginning to end in drafting a work CV, a work-oriented CV. Then next tomorrow, we will be looking at academic CV, a CV for masters, a CV for a PhD. I will bring a sample of CVs I have drafted from academic masters and PhD courses for us to use as a guide. Then next tomorrow, we are going to go into another aspect of CV that has to do with government job. This one is mostly African related, like Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana, and the West African related. How to prepare a CV that you are using for a government related job. There are certain things that are needed for that aspect. Okay, now having laid down what we are going to be looking at in this week, let's look at a CV. A CV is your most important marketing tool. As a person in the job market, you are marketing yourself. You are a salesperson, and one of the most important tools you have at your disposal is your CV. And that CV is different from resume. If you are writing down, please write down this night. Have pen and paper with jot down certain things I'm going to say. A CV is different from a resume. However, they are used for the same purpose or similar purpose. A CV can be more than 2 pages, but a resume is mostly 2 pages. Now, at most 2 pages. A CV is British oriented. That explains why mostly British colonized countries are using CVs instead of resume. So a CV is mostly British oriented, while resume is American oriented. Let's get that and get it clear. Then the next thing concerning a CV is that a CV follows a chronological order, why a resume doesn't have any kind of order. There is no specifics to how you prepare a resume. That's why am I explaining this, so as when you see a job search or when a client asks you, please write a resume for me, you don't go and prepare a CV for the client and think that the client is saying the same thing. I have had people say a CV is the same with resume. There is an element of truth in it, but that is not really true. So when you are asked to prepare a resume is mostly work-oriented, whereas CV can be used for both work-oriented and academic stuffs. So if a person asks you to prepare a CV for the person, like today, someone contacted me and said, I want you to prepare a CV for me. And I asked the person, is it an academic CV or for a work CV? The person said it's a work CV. I said, okay, this is my charge. So now, why is that necessary for you. Not, it's not because, like I'm saying, like I said earlier, I'm not teaching this only for you to learn how to write a CV for yourself you can use to apply for a job. No, for you to understand the business of this CV writing. People does this as business, they make money from it. People prepare CV templates and they sell it online, they make money from it. People use prepare CV templates and post on their blogs, and people come to their blogs and read it, and they make money from their blogs. So there are different ways which by the end of this, during the mentorship sessions, I will be unveiling diverse ways you can make money from this skill called CV writing. Not just only writing for people. There are different ways that money can be made, and you and I can make that money. Okay, now having established this, having understood the basic convention of a CV, what makes it different from a resume. A resume is a CV is more detailed, a resume is less detailed. A CV can be more than 2 pages. A resume is at most 2 pages. Now, in CV is mostly British oriented, while resume is mostly American oriented. This having settled that, we go into the components of a good CV. The components of a good CV. The components of a good CV. If you are here, please, and you are in the mentorship group, please help me to drop in that group, in that WhatsApp group that we are live. Let them join as much as possible. Okay, now one of the core components of a CV is the title of the CV. I will be explaining those components. The title of a CV. I know why I did not display the titles aspect of this CV, because it's the CV I prepared for one of my clients, and then I don't want to display her details. This is a public domain, so that's why I cut off that aspect. I don't want to do that. By tomorrow, I will bring a CV. Why I bring this is that you see a full-blown CV drafted out for a CV that is drafted for a banking job. And then that's for a banking industry. Why? Because CVs are, when you are to prepare a CV, the CV must be tailored. You must tailor it to a particular industry. You must tailor it to a particular job. You must tailor it to a particular company. There must be this synergy. There must be these 3 components. These major 3 components must be seen in your CV. That's why you can't use one CV to be sending out and be looking out for different jobs in different companies. No, each CV is tailored for a purpose. Understand that now. Each CV is tailored for a purpose. Now, having stated that, the first major component of a CV is the title of that CV. And the title of a CV is not curriculum vitae. It's not, you don't go to your CV and you want to write a CV, you put curriculum vitae there. No. It's not needed. It's not welcome. It's not accepted. The title of a CV is the name of the bearer of that CV. If you are the bearer of the CV, the title of that CV bears your name. That's the first aspect. That's the first thing. And the CV, your name in your CV is the only aspect of that CV that can have a higher font size. When we start with practically tomorrow, which no one is expected to miss, there's nobody in the mentorship group that is expected to miss that tomorrow section, because it's going to be practically oriented. If you miss it, then I don't know what I'm going to be mentoring you on. So no one is expected to miss it. Now, in a CV, your name is the one that have the capacity to have the highest font size. So your CV starts with the name of the bearer. Then after that comes with the address. That's what the title of a CV contains. Comes with the address. Now the address of a CV is very, very important. Is very vital. In fact, in a work CV, especially in a work CV where you are preparing that CV for a particular job, the address of that CV, most of you have heard me say this. Some of you in my community have already heard that from me, that your CV have to bear the same address, not the same. The address on your CV have to be within the location of the job. Let's say, for example, you are applying for a job in Lagos, which most of us here can relate with. You are applying for a job in Lagos, and the address on your CV is bearing Imo State. One address in Imo State, or one address in Osun State, or one address in Ondo State, or one address in Ekiti State, or in Rivers State. No. Get this, employers, recruiters will first give preference to those that their CV address bears Lagos. And in fact, if it's within, let's say it bears Lagos, see how they sieve it. Those ones outside Lagos, let's keep them one side. Then those ones within Lagos, let's check their location. Let's say the job location is Ikeja. Now let's check those within Ikeja and those areas close to Ikeja. Once they get those within Ikeja and close to Ikeja, and they sieve them, and they got what they required, what they need, then there won't be any need to check other CVs. It's until they didn't get what they need, then they can say, okay, let's check other ones that are within Lagos. So you see that those that are outside Lagos have a slight chance. That's why companies, when they place advert or when they ask people for referrals, they said most preferably those within Lagos, those within the city, those within Abuja, those within Port Harcourt, those within Osun, and the likes. Why? Because the understanding of the environment and the terrain also plays a huge role in the employee adapting effectively and quickly to the job role. I repeat, the understanding of the terrain, of the environment, a HR know that it helps employees to adapt quickly and effectively to the job role. So that's why not just only easy access to work, or not just only easy resumption, also easy adaptation. Because you already know the city, you already know your whereabouts, you already have the understanding of what is needed in this city. So the address is important. Then after the address in your title comes your digital address. The first address is your home address, your residence address. Then the second address is what I tagged digital address. Where can we find you in the digital space? Where can we find you in the digital space? In this 21st century job era, where can we find you in the digital space? If you are one, let me give you this secret. I have not shared it with my recent audience. I haven't shared this. This is a top secret. Why? Because of the emergence of popularity of social media. Don't joke with your Facebook account. You might have had it, but that's not where I'm going. Now, try as much as possible. Wherever you have presence on the social media, if you are more active on Facebook, and none of us here, every one of us here should have a LinkedIn account. You should have a LinkedIn account. One of the things I'm still thinking to do for those in the mentorship group is to see if I can bring one of my friends who is a professional in LinkedIn optimization, in LinkedIn account optimization, to teach that aspect. I'm still trying to look at that and to help us to achieve that. to optimize your LinkedIn account. That's where you see professionals, how you optimize your LinkedIn account. But if your LinkedIn account here is not optimized, learn it again to optimize your LinkedIn. That's where you see professionals worldwide. That's where you can get easily access jobs remote, get access to recruiters who can help you secure some remote jobs and stuff like that. So if you are more of a Facebook person, optimize your Facebook profile as well. Let what you can do be on your Facebook profile. In fact, if you're a fresh graduate now, if you're a fresh graduate this night and you are listening to me, even if you are not a fresh graduate and you are still listening to me, go to your Facebook profile, if it's Instagram, if it's you on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, write your profile. There is what we call profile. You know, when they call a speaker and they want that speaker, they want to first read out the profile of that speaker. They tell you this speaker, he is this, he has spoken in this place, he has written this book, he has trained so many, he has trained over 1 million, over 1,000 students and stuff like that. Profile of that personnel. Why is that happening? So as the persons to be very much attentive to him or her. So what I want you to do, which if you are in the mentor group, this is your first task this night. By Friday, today is Monday. By Wednesday, every one of us would have done that. You have prepared your profile. And drop it to upload it in your Facebook, on your Facebook, Instagram. If you're on LinkedIn, upload it. What do I mean? Profile. I'm so person. I have my first degree in this. If you have a second degree, they will automatically contact you. They will automatically contact you. Very, very important. Very, very important. Don't go and say, I'm a fresh graduate, I'm open for any opportunity that comes. No. Don't say that. I'm open for any opportunity that comes. No. I remember it's last week on Thursday, I was talking to a group of core members about to pass out in Jack. I asked them this question, which I want to ask some of us this night. And if you are watching me, please, I need your answer. I need your response. Drop your response in the chat box what you think. Now, if someone is selling a drug, let's say a pharmacist, a medical doctor, or a chemist, someone is selling a drug to you and is brought a particular drug and tell you that this drug can cure any disease. That this particular drug can cure any disease. It can cure any disease. Every disease, any disease available, it can cure it. Will you have confidence in buying that drug? Will you agree to that? Or will you want to buy that drug? Let me hear your comment. Let me see your why you are watching me. If a doctor, a pharmacy, someone is selling a drug, come to sell a particular drug to you, and the person says this drug can cure any disease, will you agree? Will you agree and accept to buy that drug? I need to see our comment. I need to see our answer in the chat. I need to hear our response in the chat box. Please reply in the chat box if you will buy that. So while someone said no sir. Of course, a drug has to have a specific disease that drug can cure. The same way, that's what you are doing when you tell person, when you upload on your social media or you call your uncles and you say, please, I'm a graduate now, I'm open for any opportunity that you can give me. No, you need to be specific. I'm a graduate of this area, these are skills I have, this is what I can do, and I'm passionate in this area. Please, if you see any opportunity in that area, please kindly let me know. I'm open for this. I can do that effectively. That is what your profile should, that's the message your profile should send. that you are a skillful person. This and this area is where you are passionate about. You are passionate about the tech industry. You are passionate about the education industry. You are passionate about the media industry. You need to be specific and then say this and this. So the assignment this night is to prepare your profile. This is what in digital marketing we call buyer persona. Buyer persona. What can entice people to reach out to you and say, okay, come, let's have a chat. These are where job seekers are neglecting it. They come on their Facebook profile. You will see that I'm a loving and caring person. I'm a this and stuff like that. Those things are not bad. I'm not saying they are bad, but you need to be intentional. Put your profile. Then at the end of the profile, towards the ending, you can add your personality. You can add your personality, so person, and add your personality. And I want to encourage us this night, please. If your profile, you are making your profile to attract jobs, to attract employers, tune down on religiosity. Tune down on religiosity. If you know me, I'm a Christian, not just being a Christian, I'm a Christian. It's not asking the name religion. But when you are preparing your profile to be professional, tune down. I say tune down on religiosity. I have seen an employer that said that he doesn't want people that are too much religious. I have seen, not just one, not just two, not just thrice. I have seen. So please, that's one thing we will do this night. Those of you in my mentorship group hearing me this night, you have from now to Friday, Wednesday to prepare your profile. Your profile. Starting from your name, the course you read, the skills you have, the experiences, what you are passionate about, what you have achieved so far in life and stuff like that. Prepare a profile for that. Is very, very important. That is one of the key in job search. So in your digital address, what led me to that is your digital address, the second address on your CV, where we can find you. One of the things I encourage fresh job seekers of 21st century now to do, never to forget to add, is to add their LinkedIn and their Facebook profile. Facebook and LinkedIn is becoming more and more important to recruiters. They go to check your Facebook profile. They go to check if you are present on LinkedIn. Very, very important. Very, very important. They go to check if you are all right. I have said our response is very, very okay. So once that is done, in the digital address, you put your phone number. Your phone number, maximum of 2 different numbers. Maximum of 2 different. You can put MTN and Glo, MTN Etisalat, or Etisalat and Airtel, depending on the one that is convenient for you. Maximum of 2 different networks under your phone number or mobile number. Then your email should be a working email, which we call professional email. Not that email you can come and maybe I come and put Frankenero. Maybe my name is Franklin. I now put frankenero@gmail.com. No, those are childish email. They are not professional. I can put Franklin chinedu@gmail.com. That's a professional email. And so if you are with me this night and your email bears those funny names, go and open a new one. Open a new one that is professional. Then still in the digital address, like I said, is where we can find you on Facebook. You need to include your LinkedIn. If you're on LinkedIn and your LinkedIn profile is okay, is very good, put your LinkedIn there and then put your Facebook profile. Put the link, not just put the link in Facebook. There is where you get the link of your Facebook profile. Go there and put the link of your Facebook profile to that place, and then you put the link to your LinkedIn profile. That's very, very important. Then after these three aspects, your name, your resident address, and then your how will you call it, digital address. Then the fourth one is optional. That is where we talk about some bio data. Your bio data is optional depending on the job requirements. Is optional depending on the job requirements and the job characteristics. I always encourage people to study the job requirements and the job characteristics. Always, I encourage people. Study job requirements, study job characteristics. It is very, very important. Now, one of the job characteristics you will study is when a recruiter says, we are looking for a young, dynamic, innovative graduate. That word young goes a long way. Is something very important. Young, dynamic, and creative or innovative graduate. That is to say that if you are between the age of 22 to 26, you are of an advantage. So wisdom is required that you put your date of birth to show that yes, your age aligns with what the recruiter is looking for in their job requirements, in their job characteristics. We are looking for a young, dynamic, vibrant graduate of this or that. So if your age falls within that 22 to 26, I strongly recommend you put it. But if you are not, if your age is maybe 28, 30 and above, ignore your date of birth. Ignore your date of birth. Do as if you don't remember it. Those who are within that age range should know that is of huge importance. And then you can see some job requirement that says it will require you to travel from time to time. That one of the requirements of this job is that you will travel from time to time. And you are single. That should tell you that you being single is an advantage based on the requirements of this job, based on the specifications of this job. That this job will require you to travel at least 3 times in a week, or twice a week. You will travel from this state to another, or there will be traveling as my personal assistant, maybe those jobs of personal assistant and that, to traveling with the CEOs, with the CEO. The traveling can be anytime, any day. It might come up and off we go. And you are single. You should know that being that single has a kind of subtle advantage, because employers know that the person that is single has more freedom over decision making than person that is married. If I'm to take someone who is married and then there is an impromptu decision to travel, the person will say, sir, please let me discuss with my wife. Sir, please let me discuss with my husband. That aspect of stuff there will be there. But if the person is single, the person can make the decision there. All right, sir, let me go home and change, and I will be with you. So you study requirements, you study specifications, read those subtle words the employer is trying to communicate. There are subtle words from the job advert the employer is trying to communicate. So when you read those job ads, study it, understand the employer or the job characteristics, the company's stuff, then you know your biodata they want to include. Very, very important. Very, very important. So please, that is on the title of your CV. Now let me quickly, because of our time, we are running behind schedule. I wanted this class to be from 9:30 to 10:30, but we started a bit late. So I will be running this class. I will be running a bit fast. Tomorrow we will start earlier and then have a very good hands-on stuff. Please, if you are getting value for the class this night, if you are learning something, I will love that you drop a chat and let me know, yes, that I'm getting value, that you are getting value. Drop the chat, let me know you are getting value for this section, that this night is not something that is a waste. I will love to hear that from you. That will encourage me that staying up a bit of this late is not a waste, it's something that I'm impacting value, and at the same time you are getting value. Please kindly drop it in the chat box. I will be glad to see them. I will be glad to read them, and it will serve as a motivation to me. All right, now let's proceed. As after that, the next section we have is what we call the professional summary. The professional summary. Some of us might have in our CV, you have career objective, you have personal statement, or you have personal statement and the likes. Yes, those are in CVs. But in the 21st century CV, the mostly recommended, recognized, advised is that you use professional summary. Professional summary. What's professional summary? It's a summary of your professional life. Let me put it that way. It's a summary of professional life. It's a summary of professional life. What that means is that you summarize your academic experience, your work experience, your skill set, your achievement. You summarize them into at most 6 lines. I strongly recommend this. Into at most 6 lines. At most 6 lines. Thank you. I'm seeing our chats. Thank you. Yes, I'm really getting value here tonight. All right. God bless you. I'm enlightened. I'm learning something new tonight. God bless you. I'm seeing it. If you are watching me, drop it. Let me know you are getting value. That away is a motivation on its own. This is something I have decided to do, and to do I must. It's free. You are not paying a dime for it. It's free. All right. Now, your professional summary is something you are summarizing your professional life, your academic work life, your skill set, your work experiences, your achievement, your personality. Like you can see here, your professional summary. Please, if you are watching, look at this and see this first 3 or first 4 words you can see here. This is starting your professional summary with a catchy word, with attention-grabbing words. Those of us who understand copywriting understands this, because a professional CV writer, if you want to be a professional CV writer, you need to understand copywriting. If you don't know it, just go and get the basics of copywriting. Understand power words, words that you can use that can persuasive words, power words, words that can sound, that can entice people to read further, because your duty in writing CV is to get the recruiter to pay attention to your CV, to be attentive to your CV, to give your CV time and cool down and read your CV. So when you come here, you put words that highly resonate with the job, with the industry and the company. That's why you have to research about the company and know what the company is for. Know the core value of the company, know the culture of the company, know the industry the company is operating on. Like I put here is a banking job. This is a banking CV. This CV is for banking. And the banking result is not, you cannot be in bank and you are not giving result. Result is the order of the day in bank. Target is the order of the day. Another thing in the bank, as regards to aspect of the banking she is applying for, is one who is analytical and one who is resourceful. So when you understand the job, understand the industry and the company, you pick out 3 keywords that highly resonate with that job and with that company, and you use them as a starting words in your professional summary. Very, very important. I'm giving you one powerful key. Some of us don't understand these things. You might have not been in a lecture where these things are explained effectively to you. These three attention-grabbing words, power words, and persuasive words are highly needed. That's what we summarize, we call it action words. So in professional summary writing, you don't use passive words, you use action words. So when you look at this, you see a highly resourceful, analytical, and result-oriented data analyst. This is not a CV of someone who is a fresh graduate. So saying where you the time you graduated is not necessary for one who is an experienced personnel in the industry. This is an experienced CV. Persons who have, as you can see here, the person graduated since 2015. The person graduated since 2015. This CV, I prepared it last year, 2013. So it's not somebody, it's not a fresh graduate CV where I can put a highly resourceful, analytical, resource-oriented graduate or recent graduate. No, this is an experienced CV. So if you are watching me, you are an experienced person saying you are a graduate or the school you finished from, and that is not necessary in your professional summary. But a fresh graduate can say, I'm a graduate of biochemist, I'm a graduate of banking and finance, I'm a graduate of accounting, based on the nature of the job you are applying for. Very, very important. Very important. I know why I'm explaining this aspect in professional summary, because this is one of the core aspects of your CV. Every CV resume, every resume, this is one of the core aspects of every CV or resume. So when you look at this, a data analyst with strong expertise and over 4 years experience in business analysis, data analysis, visualization, and database management. Now, any employer that sees this will cool down and say, wow, this person is somebody that is so valuable. Because every recruiter wants one who is valuable, who can multitask. Not talking about even in this recent economy. Recruiters, employers are laying off people that are monotonic, and they are bringing on people that are multitasking. People that have multi-variable of skills. So as one person can handle 3 or 4 functionalities, not just one person doing one thing. In this era, a receptionist can also be used as a data entry specialist. So if I'm to employ a front desk personnel and we also a data-oriented company, the person cannot only be sitting down in front desk waiting for persons to come in to using that spare time. He can also be a data entry specialist for us. So with that, I can lay off a receptionist, a front desk personnel who doesn't understand data entry, who doesn't understand data analysis, basic Excel functionalities and the data entry softwares, and then bring in someone who is a front desk personnel who can also do these things. Hence, it saves us money. It saves us a cost. So these are certain things we need to understand in drafting our CV. Very, very important. So highly resourceful, analytical, and result-oriented data analyst with strong expertise and over 4 years experience in business analysis and that preferring solutions that increases revenue and reduce costs. What we are getting this night is something that is very powerful if all of us can grab this. Understand there are 2 major factors in every organization. These are factors that your professional summary should capture. There are 2 major factors in every organization: profit maximization and cost reduction. Someone who can help them maximize cost or someone who can help them reduce cost. Very important. Very important. So you'll see this. What are the key components of this professional summary? First is the kind of individual that you are. You are telling the person, this is the kind of person I am. I'm a resourceful person. I'm an analytical person. I'm result-oriented. I don't joke with result. I like achieving result. Then not moving that this is as an analyst, and then I have experience. I have experience in this area. These are stuff I can do, which I have done, and then I have achieved. There is an achievement. Not just that I have skills, not just that I have worked, I have experience, but I have achieved over 75% success in the banking and financial industry. You quote figures. You quote figures, you bring numbers to the table. Employers, recruiters like to visualize numbers. They like to, you paint a picture of what they can see, what they can visualize. This person have achieved over 75% success in the banking industry. What that means, he has increases revenue. He has had opportunity to handle projects. You put in some visualization in their head. What they can visualize, they can see 75%. But it will be difficult for them to see that, well, I have been successful in my career as a banker, or as one in the banking and financial industry. That is passive. That is not really an action-seeking word. That is not a power word. That is not a persuasive word. But when you say have achieved over 75%, putting that figure alone have created a picture. So when that happens, then with an in-depth knowledge and skills of database types, manipulation and visualization, then you come to now emphasize again on the type of personality you are. I'm a versatile, proactive and analytical thinker. Look for personalities that also resonate with the job. Very important. I'm always say that. With strong skills in personality, with strong skills and personality in communication, interpersonal relationship, leadership and teamwork. Very, very important. This, you see, we started with your personality and we end with your personality. Why? Because your CV will convey your skills the more. After this personality, the only you will be talking about your academics, your certification, your experiences, your skills. You need to let us know the kind of personality you are here. And with this, we are going to call you for interview. And please make no mistake. When you are called for interview, which I'm going to be handling in the next, from next week, I'm going to be dealing with job interviews. This week, I'm dealing with job search documents. And that's both cover letter and the likes. That's what we are focusing this week. Is when your CV and cover letter pass, that's when you begin to worry for interview. If your CV and cover letter didn't pass, you will not be worrying for interview. So that's why we are taking it from CV down to job interview sections, question and answers and the likes. So once that is done, we call you for interview and let your personality you are showing us in that interview match with the personality you include in your CV. Don't put a personality of this and you are showing us you are not that. Let's say a teamwork, you say teamwork, and you are there, you are communicating, you are conveying a personality that shows you are not a team player. Very, very important. Get to understand that. So that is professional summary. Then your educational qualification, like you can see here, these experienced jobs, experienced persons, there is no need for you to put your SSCE. There is no need. Unless it's a fresh graduate job, entry job, you can put your first degree and then you put your SSCE for graduate entry jobs. For graduate entry jobs, you can do that. But for experienced job, those with high years of experience, if you don't have masters, or if you don't have masters, that just put your first degree, that is okay. Then after that, you go to your professional certifications. Most of us stop at professional certifications. Some of us who knew that they can put professional certifications, they stop here. They don't understand, they don't know there is another one. And trainings attended or workshop, professional certifications and trainings, or you can remove trainings and put workshops depending on the ones you did, attended. Those are very important. Let's say you have attended a 2 days workshop on on the growth in banking industry. You put it there. I'm using what I have here as a case study. You attended a workshop, a 2-day workshop on leveraging AI in the financial sector. You put it there at workshop, attended 2 days workshop or so workshop. What is the aspect of that workshop? Leveraging AI or stuff like that in so days. You mention them. Very, 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 very important. That is very important. So any certification, any trainings or workshop you have attended, the ones you have certification in, you ensure that that one is you see here diploma in banking and finance. That's with Access Bank. You have data science for beginners. This is a training. That's why it's not certificate in. Those are trainings the persons have undergone. Those are trainings. You see here Microsoft certified. These ones are trainings. That because those trainings you might not have certificate to back it up. So you put it professional certifications and training attended. So any of the trainings you have attended, certifications you have, you bring it down here. That is to build your profile. It's not just certificate. Trainings are there to increase your capacity. Very, 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 very important. Very important. Trainings are there to increase your capacity. And please put them in the years. You are going to put them in the order. From most recent. Very important. Most recent. And that reminds me here, under your school educational qualification, don't start with the year you started and the year you ended. You can see here, what you see here is the year the person graduated, not the year the person enters the university or the year the person enters the secondary school. Those of us that are fresh graduates, the year you graduated. And don't say education at institution attended with date. Please don't do that. Don't do that. I will let you know where those things can come, if possible. I will let you know when we'll be looking at some academic CV formats. I will let you know on that. But on this aspect, please never do that. Don't say institution attended with date and you write qualification obtained with date and you write. Please don't do that, especially for work CV. Don't ever try it. For any work CV, I give you that as a command. Don't ever try it, please. Very important. Okay, now if you state from the most recent. If you have masters, the masters comes first before your degree, your BSc, your BA, or your B Engine, or B Tech, anyone, or your HND. Now that reminds me, if you have a HND and then your ND, you put it here. HND, after then you put your ND. Those of us who had HND and ND, let it show on this aspect under this session called educational qualifications or academic qualifications. Anyone can go. Sometimes I put academic, sometimes I put educational qualifications. Anyone can go. So please bear that in mind. I'm going to be moving with speed of light now because of our time. Maybe tomorrow I will take a bit more time to explain further. Now, that is on the aspect of our professional certifications and training attended. You can see 2023, 2022, 2021, 2019. That's that as we can see there. All right. Now the next is work experiences, or in some cases you can put their work history. But I like to use work experiences. That's what I love to use. But you can put work history. That's not bad. It's accepted as well. Okay. Now, what are the things you need to do in work history? You have to put the position. The position has to come first. In a company where you have the position and the department, now you put the position and the department. position like you can see here, assistant team lead data engineering and analytics, Access Bank PLC. You put that, you put it. What is the position? And then the organization. Like Access Bank is a global name, so you can put PLC. If it's a company that is not all that known, you put the name of the company and the location. If the company is, let's take for example, Access Bank PLC, Ikeja, Lagos State, full stop. If it's a private company that is not well known globally and stuff like that, but if it's company like PZ, Unilever, Nestle, Shell, Chevron, all these multinational companies, global companies that are known, WHO, UNICEF, you just put their name and the name of the organization. Then the year you started, the month and the year you started, and the month and the year you ended. But this person is still on the job, he's still working. That's why you see this till date. Till date. So when you look at this, you get to understand this aspect. All right, then you have here, instead of putting just duties and responsibilities, what you will put here, key achievements / responsibilities. Key achievements / responsibilities. Please, you look at this. Here is another important place. Look at what starts each of the achievement. Look at what started it. The kind of words that started it. Look at it. Words or phrase. Researched, this one championed. In other words, someone who started stuff. Raised. An active word is an active verb. An active verb. Improvement of an active word. Effectively analyzed. Active word. Successfully led. Researched and analyzed. Conducted workshop. Developed test. Validate solutions design. So you start with, in your key achievements, you use words you are starting with are words that are active words, action-oriented words. Words like validate, create, effectively, successfully led, improved, achieved, those active words. Those of you that are following me in group, there was a time I dropped some words that you need to use and some words that you are not going to use. Now, based on that, I will be stopping here. Any question you have, because of the time is already 11 on my watch, 11:01. I will be stopping here. I want to appreciate us for being here tonight. Tomorrow we will be starting earlier than this, so as to be able to finish up what we have. Feel free, if any question, drop it in the group, those of us in the mentorship group. And if you're on this call this night, you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and do that and send me a message on my DM. I will add you to the mentorship group if you accept the criteria for being in that mentorship group. There are criteria to be in that mentorship group. I'm not looking for people who will not be serious. I'm looking for persons who will be committed and serious to learn this skill of CV document writing. So it's on this note I will have to wrap up this section this night. And we want to say thank you for being part of this section this night. And I want to say a very good thank you. Encourage your friends. Let let those you know be part of this. Let them be part of the mentorship group so as to benefit. The more number we have, the more interactive it will be and the more exciting it is. My goal is to raise as many as possible who can master these skills, not just for themselves, but for monetization purposes. Thank you for being part of this session this night. My name still remains Mr. Franklin. I'm a lead consultant, Solumac Consulting, a recruitment consultant, and also a tech consultant. I want to say have a very wonderful night rest and see you guys tomorrow. Good night.